You know, telling a story about Youngstown. Who else better than the guys from Youngstown? Jimmy jumped right on board. Couldn't have done it without him, obviously. And next thing you know, the ball was in motion. And we came here 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, we came here to start doing interviews with people. We interviewed over 100-something people, and it was wonderful. The town greeted us with open arms, and it was a wonderful experience. Shortly after, we went back to have the first edit of the film, and our director at the time, Sam Cass, John was our editor, but Sam was our director. They have to work hand in hand, because as anyone knows, the movie, we can shoot anything we want here, but the movie's made in the editing process. That's where the magic happens. Shortly after, Sam got called to another job, and he wasn't able. He was trying to split his time, and it just wasn't working out. So I just, he apologized. He said, "Look, I can't give you the time and effort you need. I'm gonna have to step aside." So I said, "John, you ready to step up? This is your title shot." And suddenly he said, "Yep," and he did. And I gotta tell you, I am so proud of this young man, because anybody knows anything about the entertainment business, the editing process is a very arduous process. It's hours and hours of over film. And we interviewed hundreds of people. And a lot of people, I want to apologize for those who didn't make the film, but a lot of people were saying the same thing. So you got to find the most interesting things. Maybe it's a line or two from one guy, a line or two from another person, but you got to find the most interesting things that people say. And so John, every so often he'd send me an edit of the film, and boom, we did. I'd say, "John, that's good, but how about this? What happened to that?" And so I took that out. Put that back in. Or I said, "Why'd you put that in?" He said, "Well, I think it fits better." So you know what? You're right. So it's a collaborative effort for sure. But I tell you, I can't tell how much I admire this young man and how much what he did, because I ain't the easiest guy to get along with. People tell you that. And I was on top of him, but he stuck it out. He put up with me, and all I can say is this: that I don't think anybody. I'm so proud of it. And John said, we need something. There was something that was still missing. When you're so close to a project, it's a personal thing. We felt an obligation. Not only I'd like to tell the story, tell it correct. And when you tell the story correct, a lot of people were saying, "Well, we thought it was going to be a positive piece." Well, it is positive. We're telling the story. We're telling the truth. Because if we're lying, then that ain't the truth. Then that's not positive. We're telling the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of things you're going to see in our archival footage, which is pertinent when you do a documentary. A lot of people say, "Well, I've seen that before." I said, "Well, yeah, but a lot of people haven't." And in all respect, even though we want people from Youngstown, we made it for our hometown, in some respects, we made it for people like the people in Tupelo, Mississippi, Boise, Idaho, Portland, Oregon, who know nothing about Youngstown. Why would they watch this? I sent it to a friend of mine in Jersey, and I sent it to a friend of mine in Vancouver, Canada. And they watched it and said, "Man, we couldn't take our eyes off it." A buddy of mine who was a producer in New Jersey said, "We couldn't make a film about it. You couldn't write characters as good as you have in that town." And if anybody wrote a movie script on that, they'd say it's a lie. This is truly a case where fact is stranger than fiction. Trust me. Trust me. So this is why it took such a long time, 2 years to get it out. And then John said, we felt there was something missing. John said, maybe we need a voiceover guy. So John got on the internet, voiceover in Youngstown, Ohio. Jim Cummings name come up. Contacted him, met him for lunch. He jumped on. He was right on board with it, what we were doing. John went out there, filmed him at his home, and after you hear that, you go, that's it. Jim Cummings is an Emmy award-winning voiceover specialist. Nominated. One of the things when he's nominated. He does Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Darkwing Duck, all his voices, and he was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So that was the polish that he said, that's it. Again, I said, I don't think it's as good as it's going to get. I don't think I can do any better. We can do any better. But I hope you enjoy it. But before that, I want to introduce you to our filmmaker, our director, our editor, and John. This is his breakout film, so I hope you enjoy it and hope you give him the love that he deserves. This is John Chickatelli.
Okay, guys. I'll keep it short. Thanks for being here. Without your help, this project doesn't exist. Without the songs, without the pictures, without the stories, this film doesn't exist. So give yourselves a hand, and after the film's over, it's really for you guys. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoy it.
I want to introduce our executive producer. The guy might happen is, you know, Jimmy. He's got much love for this town as anybody. So our executive producer, Jim Napoli.
After the film, if you have any questions or anything, anyone wants to hang around, the bars will still be open. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. I'm sure you'll have some interesting comments about it. So we have some of the funniest stories in here. Of course, fortunately, we have one of the funniest storytellers who ever lived, Ed O'Neill, who did quite a few of them. Particularly, you'll like the one right at the beginning. The opening is very important. So if everybody gets settled, relax and enjoy it. Okay?
Thank you, thank you. You know, guys, I want to tell you, there's going to be a couple of people that get some, they're going to be offered some TV shows, reality shows. We got Joe and Dimmy, Joe D'Angelo, Dimmy's going to get your reality show. Polly, you and Michael, the Polly and Mike show. And then Father O'Neill, wherever Father O'Neill, you're going to get your own show after this, trust me. Oh, and one other thing, there's going to be a few guys that are going to be going to hiding after this, particularly Johnny Vitullo. You're going to be on the lam, Johnny, you'll be lambing it, and the people that will be looking for you are going to be your family members. So enjoy, get settled in, and when they get settled in the other room, we'll try to start it simultaneously. Enjoy.